I don't, I l- hate, I love that there's so much optimism for the Ravens. There's so much optimism.
He's going to have his heart ripped out of his chest.
I don't like it. I liked it when we were like just a good team, but now people are like, the Ravens are so good this year. And I'm like,
They've been saying that for the last 4 years.
I know, but have you seen? They're.
Suffer in silence, please. Welcome back to the James and Dame Show. I'm Josiah.
And I'm Will.
And I'm Will. We're going to go over the AFC North.
Yay!
His division.
The division where everyone beats each other up a bunch.
This is like the dark alley that you don't go down because you know there's a bunch of crazy people down there.
Yeah, the AFC North is the crazy people.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah.
So this is alphabetical. This is not bias or anything. We're going to start with the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, not biased at all.
I said it, so it's not biased. So yeah, we're going to look at the Ravens schedule. So,
Yeah.
a bit of a rough stretch at the beginning.
So the thing with the Ravens, yes, they're going to have a tough schedule, but they're a really good team, and I think they got better from last year.
As long as Mark Andrews doesn't drop the ball at the 2-point conversion again.
True, but I think their defense got a lot better, which was one of the issues. Yes. They got O-line pieces. I think they've done a lot to help their defense out, which is really what's going to be helpful.
It was the one thing that I was like, Ravens, if you can't do anything, please at least do this one thing, and they did it. So yeah. I'm glad that they did.
They got a lot of pieces, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. I mean, obviously, again, it's how do the new pieces do? How is Jair? How is Malachi and Mike Green? How do they do? How does Nate Wiggins and Marlon Humphrey work? I mean, again, you look at the secondary, which was a lot of the concern. There's no guarantees, but a lot of potential. You have Marlon Humphrey, Nate Wiggins, Jair Alexander, and then you have Malachi Starks and Kyle Hamilton.
It's a pretty good defense.
That could potentially be really good, but a lot of unproven, with Jair being a question mark and two rookies, or younger guys. And
yeah, I mean, it happens.
Please. But if defense can take a step forward with the offense being as effective, if not more effective as it was last year, whether that's Mark Andrews not sucking at points or just not relying on Mark Andrews because he is sucking. Either way, if they can do that, Lamar and Derrick Henry have as good of a year as they did last year. They could potentially be scarier than they were last year. And
potentially.
Yeah, which is, I mean, what we're here to talk about.
Yeah.
But I think, looking at this again, I think any team is beatable for the Ravens. I think they can beat any of these teams.
They can, but will they?
Will they? That's the question. And then, again, that's kind of what we're looking at.
I will say mine first because this is your team, so I want you having a little bit more of the floor on this one. So looking at everything here, I know that team is very scary now, or scarier than last year, especially with the acquired pieces from the draft and free agency and trades and stuff like that. But looking at all these teams that they have at the beginning of the year and the stretch with the divisional games towards the end of the year, there might be some hiccups there. I can see the low, like the floor being as low as probably 10-7. That's probably pretty reasonable for this team, especially with how good that roster is. The highest,
it gets up there.
It can get up there. This is probably going to be one of the only teams where I'm going to say 15 wins.
As a ceiling?
as a ceiling.
Interesting.
Because of how loaded that roster is and how well not only those players have did last year, but with the acquisitions of, like you said, Jair Alexander, you have Wiggins, you have all those pieces that you picked up in the draft and the free agency and all that stuff. Combine it with what you already had from last year, you're expecting this team to boom. Like, you're not stopping them kind of boom. So this is a team where I can see it being as high as 15 wins. Will it? Probably not, knowing the Ravens, because they're going to choke some games. They're going to pull on your heartstrings, your poor little heartstrings. But I can definitely see this team possibly getting 15 wins. That's it. End of my story. Now I'm going to let you ramble.
I mean, there's not much rambling. It's hard for me. I feel like it's hard for me to say anything without it coming across as bias.
Well,
But
yeah,
it's
we are inherently biased because we have our own opinions about certain teams.
Yes, I really like the team. Yes, it's great having a good team, but like it's also again just a good team, and I genuinely think that this is a team that could win. I mean, we saw what they did last year against really good teams, and I think again this team has taken a step forward. I don't think they've really dropped back too much. So, like your main question mark is, can Derrick Henry still do it? Can he do it another year?
Oh yeah, he can definitely do it another year. I don't know what the next year would be though. That's
Yeah.
where my next concern would be. If you don't push it, if you don't go far enough into the playoffs with this team, there are some major concerns next year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but with where this team is at, I think like real concern is wide receiver, because you have Zay
that's about
Flowers
it.
and then you go to like DeAndre Hopkins.
They
have
vet in the room. That's about it.
Yeah, you have Hopkins, and then it's like Tylan Wallace, and it's some people that not a lot of people know, but they play roles. But
I've noticed that the Ravens tend to have a very similar-esque wide receiver room with the Packers. A bunch of wide receiver 2s and 3s, but not really much of a true wide receiver 1 until Zay Flowers came by.
yeah,
And that was about it.
yeah.
So I don't know what you guys are doing over there, but you need another good wide receiver.
They don't rely a lot on like really talented receivers. They kind of rely on like gadget guys.
They use the gadget guys well. Like they've done it in the past. They've gone far with him before. Can't see the reason why they can't do it again. So
Yeah, but
I mean, that's where I'm at.
looking at this, I could see a ceiling of like 15-2 as well. Again, this is with the idea that they're going to lose some games.
Oh, they're definitely going to.
But I also can see like every one of these games is winnable for them.
Yeah, they're gonna drop a couple. Like you're not gonna be perfect. So
No team has done it for, what is it, 20 years? Perfect regular season?
2008 was the Patriots run.
Almost 20 years. But, yeah, I mean, again, not really expecting it. And I think the games that they slip up on, I kind of just default to, when it comes to the Ravens, NFC games being pretty much auto locks. Just because they're really good against NFC teams. They've been really good against NFC teams since Lamar's been there. Even though they are playing the Lions and the Packers and the Vikings, depending on how good they're going to be. I think I think they have like 3 or 4 games where it's like these are probably the games that they will lose. And then there's some games that it's if things don't go as well. Again, you play Buffalo, Detroit, Kansas City, Houston, LA could be a problem. Not really worried about the Bears. Yeah. You're probably there's a potential you drop a division game or two. Whether that's to the Bengals or the Steelers, who knows?
It's gonna be one of them.
But yeah, I think as a floor, I'm gonna go a little bit higher, and I think anything less than 11 wins is my floor, and I think that still would be a little bit disappointing.
All right.
But I'm going with 11 just because I think the team is in a place where you know, you lose maybe to Buffalo, Detroit, Kansas City, Green Bay late on the road, and then you lose, say, like 2 division games, and that gets you to 6.
Yeah.
And that's reasonably where I see them at, or maybe 1 division game and you lose to like Houston or LA.
Yeah.
But I see that like 11-6. A good team, really good team. They do have some tough games, but you take out those tough games and it's kind of mediocre. So I think that's just a lot of winnable games for a team that's really good. So I see a lot of upside. But it is the AFC North, so who...
Nothing is a guarantee.
No, never is. We'll move on to
The Bungles.
the Bengals, and I kind of feel bad for the Bengals because, well, on one hand, especially in the last video, we talked about Bengals especially late in the year, are going to be such a good team. They still don't have a defense.
Nope.
Like,
Nope.
they still don't even have Trey Hendrickson signed. He might try and hold out if they don't figure something out. And if you take him out, you're relying on rookie Shamar Stewart to lead the way. And Miles Murphy, maybe. It's not
It's not looking too pretty.
It's not pretty.
This is going to seem like a Ravens-Steelers division this year.
And again, maybe because we don't even know what the Steelers are going to look like.
That's true. Because the thing is that with the Bengals, like you said, defense, don't know what the heck they're going to do there. But Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they can't do it all. Like, as great as they were this last year specifically, the Triple Crown for Jamar Chase and a bunch of other highlights from that offense, this is going to be a down year. Like a down year. Like, I'm expecting the floor being like 7-10 kind of down year. Like, they need to regroup this next year kind of
Floor
thing.
or ceiling?
Floor.
Floor at 7-10?
Not 7-10. Excuse me. I'm thinking ahead of certain teams.
Okay.
So, actually, let me rethink this. So, toss-up games would be Minnesota, Denver, Detroit, Green Bay, Baltimore, Buffalo, Pittsburgh. Did I say Pittsburgh already?
I don't think so.
Okay. This would get really bad. Jeez, I don't want to even say it, though. This might end up being like a 5-12, 6-11 floor. Like, this is bad. And in the ceiling, 10-7, if you even get lucky.
Yeah.
Like, that offense is going to win games, but it's not going to win you every game.
No, and honestly, like, where you're looking at it is where you look at games where they can win. First of all, division games. I think they sneak out 2 at least. To
2.
who, but 2
Don't know.
2 to 4.
It's always going to be at the later end of the year, so it's probably going to be 1 against Baltimore.
I think Cleveland at the end of the year.
Cleveland
is
at the end of
winnable.
the year. Yeah.
But I think, like, you look at that, and then other than that, other than division games, you're looking at teams that don't have a super strong offense that they can just outshoot. Like, you let up probably more than their average, but you're just, unless their defense somehow magically clicks, but you just don't have.
I don't trust him.
I don't either, and so I'm kind of in a similar spot where, that, like, I'll lock in at say. I'll lock in at 5-12 as a floor.
It's fair.
And
6-11 is probably going to be my floor.
yeah, 5-12 is the floor, and I'll make my ceiling 9-8, which is it sucks because they have such a good offense and so many good pieces on offense, but they just
Don't have a defense.
they need to the defense needs to work. They need to come out and shock everybody.
Do something
With a defense that magically just has gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, you got rid of your defensive coordinator. You made some changes, but it's just, it was so bad last year, and they didn't show a lot of, they didn't make a lot of moves to
address
spark confidence in getting better.
They didn't share
I just
anything that was anything noteworthy.
I don't expect their defense to be a lot better. I actually expect it to be a little bit worse. And then, offense, you hope that it can keep up with teams, but realistically,
no.
Especially with the way their schedule is, they kind of have a decent amount of those easier games are at the beginning, and if they struggle out the gate like they usually do, it's going to be tough because then you're going to have to not only beat, division opponents and the easier ones. You have some tougher games. You have to play the Ravens twice towards the end of the year. You have to play the Bills towards the end of the year, which is just it's you go at Baltimore, at Buffalo, and then home against Baltimore.
Yep.
It's a really rough 3-game stretch. And
we'll see.
You need to come away with a win against one of them if you want to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
And so it's
not looking too good.
It's not an easy schedule. Team doesn't spark. Didn't spark a lot of growth on the defensive side. Offense again is probably still going to be really good, but it's not an easy schedule, and you have to actually get better from what you were last year. So, unfortunate because I know some Bengals fans who were not happy with how last year went, and I regret to inform I don't think this year's going to be too much better. But it's okay because we're moving on to the Browns, so at least you'll have
someone else to laugh at.
Yeah, at least you won't be
alone.
Yeah. The Browns. Who's playing quarterback?
I don't know. They have 5 different guys trying out. So this is the Browns are going to be the bottom feeder this year. Like they're going to be the worst of the worst.
It depends. Like who?
I don't think it depends. I think it will happen.
Who the quarterback is, and because if it's Joe Flacco, we know what Joe Flacco can do, and he gives probably the most the best idea and he's the most solid answer.
Okay.
But say Dylan Gabriel or Shadur come out in preseason and earn the spot because they're actually pretty good. Not saying I think they will, but there's surprises every year, and it could be with the rookies. You never really know. So if one of them comes in and earns the spot, maybe the team is really good, or maybe they earn the spot and then they suck and they can never really find a true quarterback one. As it stands right now, I don't have faith in really any quarterback out there. Joe Flacco is the only one who really gives some confidence of a good season because he's done it once with the Browns. But I feel like you're going to get more Jets Joe Flacco this year rather than that miraculous Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
You have to play the NFC North, and you play. Oh God! The start of this season, your easiest game, if you're the Browns, through the first 5-6 weeks, is Week 1 against the Bengals, and that's because it's Week 1 Bengals.
And then after that, up until the bye week, Miami, maybe the Patriots if they really aren't that much better. But this is awful. Like I said, bottom feeder. They're going to be the bottom this year. It's not looking great. They need to fire. They need to blow up. Like the Browns need to blow up their whole organization. Like it's so bad, and I don't understand why they can never be competent. I don't know. Jimmy Haslam needs to go. Like as an owner, I just don't like the guy. He's just terrible at running this team. I don't know. He's trying to be too much like Jerry Boy down in Dallas. So one day the Browns will be good. Maybe
the Browns. I will say I think their defense is going to be pretty good.
It's going to be solid, but it's not going to win them anything.
It'll win them a few games.
Beyond that.
I got you. But the offense is just your best receiver is Jerry Jeudy.
Oh my gosh, and he did okay.
He did pretty good. I think he had I think it was his best year, or better year than any year he had with the Broncos.
Yep.
But you don't have a lot of offensive firepower. You really hope Judkins can do something. That's the other thing. He is a promising piece, but your defense is going to be the only thing that probably wins you some games. And I will set the floor. I don't know that they'll be as bad as them, but I am setting it equal to what we had the Dolphins at, which is 2-15.
Yeah, that's where I kind of have the Browns right now. It's just terrible.
I don't know that they'll be as bad because, again, that defense can be really scary. You have Myles Garrett. You got the D-line.
Can we just give the Bengals the Browns defense and then just call it a day?
Yeah, but let's give the Bengals the Browns defense and then the Browns the Bengals defense, and we can just really laugh at the Bengals or the Browns as they go 0-17 because that offense with the Bengals defense would be. God, that'd be so entertaining. Anyways.
It's also it's very statistically hard to lose all your games.
Yeah.
It's only happened twice, but it's very hard to do it.
Browns could be the first team to do it twice.
Oh, and two different. Yeah. 0-16, 0-17. But yeah.
Ceilings for the Browns. Again, maybe you beat the Bengals early in the year.
6-11.
Let's see. We'll say 2, 3. I'll say 4, 5. I'll go with 6. I think 6 is a good spot with some of these teams. Maybe based off of how they were last year, if they don't show growth, Tennessee still not a great roster. They really they got a quarterback. That's about it. But maybe some teams didn't show enough growth. The Browns are
the Browns.
They got some young pieces who have a chance to bring that team forward with some excelling, but there's just I don't have the faith in that offense to do anything, and that defense would have to work miracles. They would have to win games like the Steelers, and they're not the Steelers. So,
as a wise man once said, "You are a factory of sadness."
Speaking of the Steelers, though, oh boy, Aaron Rodgers.
So this is what I was trying to say earlier. Their floor is 7-10, by the way.
Okay.
I jumped to Steelers for some reason when we were talking about that earlier. So that's what I was saying. Floor is 7-10. Do you see that last stretch of the year? Baltimore, Cleveland, Detroit, Baltimore, Buffalo. That's.
I could see them going 500. Lose to 500 from week 11 on. Lose to the Bengals, beat the Bears. Lose to the Bills,
Somehow beat the Ravens that first time.
Beat the Raven, or no, wait, I have it backwards. I don't know. I could see them going like 500, like alternating games, because Miami, Cleveland, winnable games, very winnable games. Chicago, winnable game. The Colts, a very winnable game. Like
you
a lot of
shouldn't.
But also, what are we expecting from Aaron Rodgers in that offense? You have DK Metcalf, you have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but who's going to be their wide receiver too?
Calvin Austin.
That's what I'm saying. You got to do freaking
Freiermuth and Johnny Smith.
5-yard checkdowns to DK Metcalf, and that'll get you to your 9-8 Super Bowl.
Nah, here's what you do. You have Pat Freiermuth and Johnny Smith. They run all the medium routes, and DK just goes down. Because they got tight ends. They're tight ends.
Yeah, tight ends.
You just don't.
You don't have any wide receivers.
You don't have a lot of room to rely on your receivers. But,
what is it? Steelers are going to Steelers. Like, they're not going to change. Like, they may same old Steelers. No matter how many times they change, like, their offensive pieces, their coaches, which they rarely do. Like, you're not convincing me. You're still going to be the same old Steelers unless somehow Aaron Rodgers turns into prime Packers Aaron Rodgers and somehow guides you farther than you've ever been before. You're going to get bounced in the wild card round unless some miracle happens. Like, I'm not expecting this team to go anywhere. If they do, it's probably to like the AFC Championship, and that's about it. That's if they get really far. Like, it's Aaron Rodgers' last year. They're probably going to try and get them as far. It's going to be a great story, you know. Gotta set the narrative. But point still being, it's just I don't expect the Steelers to be bad, and I don't expect them to be great. They're just mediocre. They're never going to change.
I kind of expect, kind of like it was last year, where it's just like the offense really doesn't function, and they're an infuriating team, yet they're still going to win. And I'm going to hate every minute of it.
They're still not going to win a Super Bowl, though.
No, I don't expect a Super Bowl. Based off of principle, I'm setting my floor at 9-8.
And then your ceiling at
principle. My ceiling, 10-7. That's like,
you know what? I'm going to change mine to 9-8 and 10-7 too. Because this is ridiculous.
I mean, yes, that's what they do most. That's like their range is right there. But also, like, they're really good at making it to 500. Looking at their schedule,
they can easily do it.
They can easily get to like 7-8 wins. So they just have to fudge a game or two to get to 9. But you still don't have an easy schedule. You have to play the Ravens twice. You have to play the Lions. You have to play the Bills. Bengals are still not
out of
Chargers,
the questions.
Packers, Vikings. Like, it's
one of them's an international game.
It's not a super easy game. That'd be the Vikings, yeah. But it's like none of these are super easy games.
They're not gimmies.
Well, I mean, there are some where it's like Cleveland, but also
we've seen that. We've seen the story before.
It's a division. This division is a mess. It happened last year with how bad the Browns were. Still lost, or still beat the Steelers, who at that time were like a good team.
Supposedly.
They were viewed as a good team, and then they got upset in the snow by Jameis Winston.
Yep.
And
it's the 4 teams in that division always stay the same. Ravens, really good, can't win where they needed to. Pittsburgh sets the narrative, never changes. Bengals, offense, no defense. Browns, factory of sadness. No point. There's no need to explain that. Like, you guys never change. That division never changes. It's always going to be that way. It's forever going to be that way.
Yeah.
No one's going to win a Super Bowl there in like the next 15 years until Tomlin is retired. Lamar is done being the Ravens quarterback. And then
no, never,
never. He will still play when he till you're what's the quote? Till you're 80, whatever it is from Deadpool and Wolverine. Till you're 80 or whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about.
He can still run read option at 80.
Probably.
Look at the man run. No, yeah, it's God. This division is so
It's infuriating how mediocre yet so good yet so bad this division is.
well.
Like,
Because I mean,
they give exciting matchups.
I think regardless of what happens, you'll end up with 2 playoff teams, and
They're both going to get smacked around.
the issue is they also usually end up playing each other super early in the playoffs.
They do.
Which-
And that's kind of what happened last year in the 2 years.
Before,
No, not the year before. The Steelers played the Chiefs that year.
yeah, but I
It
think
was
the Ravens
2
played
years.
the Bengals 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Never mind.
So
So, yeah, nothing's changed.
you just if they get the Chiefs, the Bills out of the way, it's easy.
But that's not how it works.
No, it's not because anyone other than the
That's
Chiefs.
not how the NFL works.
Will we finally? Can we finally have a year where it's not the Chiefs in the Super Bowl?
That'd be
And
nice.
who will it be? But anyways, to wrap up, based off of how we have things, we have Baltimore ending in first,
Baltimore's first.
Pittsburgh in
Those are
second,
second.
with
Bengals are in third.
and Cleveland in
Browns in fourth.
fourth, which somehow with what Cincinnati's year could be like. And
New Year's, same old stuff. Then nothing's ever going to change.
yeah, it is
You guys are
Listen.
cursed. I don't know what it is in that division. You guys are cursed.
beat the crap out of each other.
God just likes messing with the AFC North for some reason. It's funny.
We just listen,
But-
someone has to dethrone the Chiefs.
It's probably not going to be you guys.
And Bengals fans need to stop acting like they're the only ones who can do it. You did it like twice, and it's been 3 years since you've done it. Calm down.
Is it 2023?
It was 20. So they did it in 21.
Yeah, I know they did in 21. So it's been since 2020. Chiefs, Cincinnati, Chiefs.
Yep. They went to,
Can we please have something different?
yeah, Bengals fans thinking they're the only team that can beat them in the playoffs when they've done it one time.
Okay, but have you?
No, nobody else has, but they did it one time.
But they can say that, though.
They did it one time
They can say it.
4 years ago. They're not the same team. You can't act like you're the only team. Nah, stop.
See, this is the bias.
No.
Yes. This is the
Bengals
bias
fans.
coming out.
This is Bengals fans. This is nothing to do with bias. This is the Bengals fans thinking that they are the same team and the only team that can do it when they haven't done it for 4 years. You did it one time 4 years ago. If anything, that's more of a fluke than anything.
You know, I do agree with you. I'm just,
I know
messing
you're
around.
clip farming, you bitch.
I'm making him mad. That's what I'm trying to do. Because
It's-
he's done that to me several times, so I got to do it to him.
All I do is nag at jokes you've already.
Well, you see, the thing is, he doesn't run off camera and starts yelling into the abyss.
Yeah, the
That's
NFL.
different.
The NFL does it enough to you.
That's a different thing.
Um,
So are we done? Are we done poking at each other?
no. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I think they have the potential.
That's
The Ravens have
They
so
said
much
last
potential.
year and the year before that. And the year
Listen,
before that.
I was not as optimistic last year with the Ravens as I was.
Okay, that's
this
true.
year.
You were not that.
I was more cautious because I wasn't sure what Derrick Henry would be, and I had concerns. This year,
2 years ago, you were very optimistic. Last year, you were cautious. This year, you were like, "Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it."
seeing how good this offense can be, and then some improvements.
Supposedly.
And then, and then we get Mike Green. We'll see how he does. Also,
Suck it, Bengals fans.
we got
They got the Mike Green acquisition. So enough said between the two of us. This is the AFC North predictions, floor and ceiling, because we're trying to do something different from last year, and I like this more than last year, anyways. So, thank you all for joining us for this lovely debate towards the end of the video, and hopefully you somewhat agree yet disagree with our picks, because I know there are some people who will, let us know, because we could. Sure, it won't be face to face like it was with me and Willow yelling at each other about certain things, but we can make the comment section all light up or something. Or you can wait until the live streams when we start streaming certain stuff. But you get what I mean. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video. See ya.
Steelers not going to Super Bowl.
I hope not.